Hello, hello, hello. This is your message from the universe for 9/24/2020. This is the rune Laguz. Laguz is the rune for flow, but it is in the reversed position today. And if you've been watching these readings each day, you will know that this is not a big surprise, that we have been in this holding pattern, this pause, this moment to allow things to get to their next stage, for us to prepare ourselves for what's coming, and for us to choose what's coming next. And the Laguz specifically speaks to using your intuition. So we first have this Two of Swords reversed, which really talks about being at that crossroads, having that battle, being in that space of not knowing which way to go. And in the traditional tarot deck, this is represented by a woman with two swords wearing a blindfold. So it is encouraging you to use your intuition, and especially when it's reversed, it's showing that that battle is within yourself. It's showing that it's that space within you that still needs some work, that still needs some love, that still needs you to be able to embrace it in the way that you should. You have been coming so far. You are really moving forward, but you have a very hard time acknowledging that victory within yourself, acknowledging that you have moved forward, that you are different than you were a week ago, a month ago, 3 months ago, however long ago, 5 years ago, however long ago it was that you started this journey. You are making progress, but it is very hard to see. And that progress is not something that you should turn your nose up at. You should be proud of the progress that you've made. Just because in this moment you're standing still does not mean that you should get discouraged or push away any sort of praise for yourself. You have to embrace all of the changes and embrace all of the pauses, because the pauses are where you create your next victory moving forward. This Page of Cups reversed is really talking about rejecting your own ideas and not leading with your intuition, doubting whether that's your intuition or your ego, doubting whether that voice is coming from you or from the expectations of others. It's really a difficult thing to kind of wrap your mind around. This Five of Pentacles reverse speaks about reevaluating what success is for you. That if you have been leaning into the material side, you may want to be rethinking that. A material success does not necessarily mean spiritual peace, does not mean awakening, does not mean your enlightenment, or at least being on the path to it. Many times a material success leads us off the path. Now, that doesn't mean they can't walk side by side, but you have to be willing to embrace your intuition. You have to be willing to lean into your own victories. You have to do it from a space of love and caring and being proud of yourself for having these breakthroughs, for making these changes, for stepping into this space. And for some of you, you're still blaming others for what has happened in your life and for what is still happening in your life. And they may be part of the cause. However, you cannot hold them accountable for it. You can only hold yourself accountable for how you react to it. Your parents may have been abusive to you. Your ex may have beat you. Your boss may have hated you. Your friends may have deserted you. All of that could be true. This kitty is pushing these mice right off of the shelf. Yeah, that's right, kitty. You hear my kitty in the background. But we are still the ones who must make the choices in our lives, and the ideals of others and the way that others see us, the way that others discard us, the way that others abandon us, betray us, push us away, is not who we are. That is not who we are. We need to use our intuition, sit in silence with yourself, and embrace who you are, without any external contributions, without any external judgments. only coming from within. Release the need for validation and embrace who you are. Applaud every little step forward. If you made a great cup of coffee this morning, applaud yourself. That might be the only thing that you're able to do today. And that's okay. Embracing your successes without beating yourself up over your losses is a big part of this spiritual journey, because those losses are things that you will use moving forward. The two stones that the crystals that I pulled today, using your intuition and using your voice, finding your truth, speaking who you are. This is not an easy path that we are on. And yet, it is the most rewarding thing that we can do as a human, to embrace empathy, to embrace unconditional love, to embrace forgiveness, first for ourselves and then for others. This connects us directly with that energy of divine that we all are then able to amplify and shine out into the world, changing it into the utopia, shifting it into that space where we would all love to live. I know it's difficult right now. Be accountable for yourself, listen to yourself, release your judgment, and embrace every victory. You are beloved, you matter, you are loved.